New at 6, you have probably heard or may have heard about the new movie Suffragette. It tells the story of the fight for women's equality in early 20th century England. Really good film. But one of the first films on the subject was actually filmed here on the Central Coast nearly 100 years ago. Action News reporter Phil Gomez explains.
With her in the game.
Lights, camera, action has happened in Santa Cruz before. The sequel, The Sting 2, made good use of the Giant Dipper as a filming locale.
Who's we, sucker? Smith, Wesson, and me.
Or 1983's sudden impact of the Dirty Harry franchise fame.
Go ahead. Make my day.
Mary Pickford film Romance in the Redwoods in Boulder Creek. But there's another film that you might not have heard about. It's called Mothers of Men. It was filmed in 1917, 12 years before talkies, and 3 years before women had the right to vote. And it made all the newspapers at the time, the Sentinel, the Surf, and the News.
It was a cause film. This was about women's suffrage. It was not a film telling the story of suffragettes. It was trying to get people interested in the idea that women in politics would not be a bad thing.
Like those other classics, it was shot almost entirely in Santa Cruz and used 500 locals, including the police, the mayor, and luminaries like Fred Swanton.
I think what is so interesting about this film is how extensive the footage is of landmark buildings in downtown Santa Cruz and how old it is 100 years ago. Anybody living in Santa Cruz now will recognize these locations.
The film was thought to be lost until Santa Cruz native James McCoskey discovered the only known print at the British Film Institute in London.
They had made a copy for us on VHS, and that's what we've been used to, a very bad copy. And so what they had was actually used in cinemas at that time.
And like all old movies, time had taken its toll. The yellow arrows point to the damage on the print, scratches, dust, and tears.
It is on a very flammable film stock called nitrate film, and it's prone to decomposing, bubbling, and oozing.
McCoskey is a UC Santa Cruz graduate. He has established himself as a film archivist. He's restored many of director Francis Ford Coppola's films. Now he's attempting to raise money to restore this silent film treasure.
We found a film that's not only of national significance, it is significant as a local time capsule. It is a film that is important to our community, and I need support from our community to get this film back from England, back to the U.S., back to Santa Cruz.
The plan is to get the restoration work completed by next spring, in time for the San Francisco Silent Film Festival, or perhaps for the inauguration of our country's first elected female president. You've come a long way, America, from those days of women struggling for a voice to women who are now presidential hopefuls to lead the country.
A lot of the women's suffrage films from this time are advocating for the cause of women's voting rights. This film is imagining the future when women have not just the vote, but an active participation in politics.
Eventually, Mothers of Men will come back home, where it will be screened by the community. In Santa Cruz, Phil Gomez, KSBW, Action News 8.